Good night, good night, good night. Good night, everyone. Yes, welcome, welcome, persons on TikTok, people on YouTube. Welcome to Paul Patmore Live. This evening we'll be having from Northwest Clarendon, MP in waiting, Richard Azan. He's here with me. He could promise to spend a few minutes with us today, this evening. Welcome everybody. Share up the live, people, share up the live. Let the people in Northwest Clarendon know that Mr. Azan is on Patmore Live. So on YouTube it's Paul Patmore South Killarney, and on TikTok it is Paul Patmore. Let's share up the live. Good evening, Comrade Azan. Good evening, good evening.
Good evening to your listeners.
Yes, good evening. So we still have a little itch with the internet. Whenever we have rain over in Christian Spalding's era, I noticed that the flow internet is giving a lot of problem.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So as we get started, comrade, over in South Carolina, the roads is one of the biggest problems that we're having right now. And I've been following politics from around 1980. And I can tell you that I've never seen roads across the river this bad. But when it comes to Trelawney, I can tell you that I believe South Trelawney have the worst roads. But somebody is telling me that Northwest Clarendon beats South Trelawney. I don't know if that's true, but I can tell you South Trelawney is really, really, really bad. The roads over in Northwest Clarendon.
Well, overall, I will speak across Jamaica. The roads are in terrible condition, and whether you take South Coast or North Coast, as someone said that the only roads that are in good shape are the highways. All our rural roads, what they call the A roads or the community roads, are in terrible condition. The rains, just 2 days ago, where they boast about carpet, that we have so much carpet road in Jamaica, and all of them are destroyed. My take on it is that I think what the government is trying to do, what can do 1 kilometer road, they're trying to stretch it for a 5 kilometer road. So you would put up a road today, and the first shower road or every unit go on the road, it is destroyed. So I think that is one of the things that we have to look at. The next thing is that I just was looking on Nationwide, just put out something a while ago that the Minister of Works are saying that the National Work Agency is short of staff. And I said, what a thing, 8 years, and you are coming now because the Jamaican people are saying roads are in bad shape, that you are saying now that the National Work Agency is short of staff. Part of the problem is that I think the National Work Agency, the Ministry of Works, lack leadership. The minister who is there now, present minister, I don't know if he knows head from it too. And then you have the CEO of the National Work Agency. I don't think that he even have a clue what is happening around him. So we allow the roads to run down into such a terrible state. Every man, woman, boy, or girl can say it's the first they ever see our road in this condition.
Yeah.
It's very terrible. It's very terrible because part of it, Sir Patmore, when the People's National Party government imposed a gas tax on those who purchase gas, it was solely went to the road fund for maintenance of road. And I keep saying that This government is like a gunman that you take the money from me and you don't have any use for it. Because people pay for the gas. Money is supposed to go to the road fund for maintenance of road. What they did was to put all the fund in the consolidated fund, and therefore it is the mercy of the Minister of Finance whether the work agency can't pay the contractors because there is no funding for the National Work Agency. So you don't have maintenance of the roads, you don't have maintenance where you build new walls, maintenance of bridges. Part of it is that in 2016, when we leave government, there was $50 million in the budget at the time for building new bridges and maintenance. And would you believe in the 2023-24 budget is the same $50 million is in the budget. So you understand exactly where we're at?
Yes.
Yeah. So the roads across Jamaica, because under our leadership, we have what you call quarterly maintenance. And therefore, every quarter, the National Work Agency would get some funding from the road fund for maintenance. Despite you will have the quarterly maintenance, you also would have other funding if there's an emergency. You can be able to tap into the road fund to get allocation for maintenance. No, you don't have that because you have to wait on the budget from the Ministry of Finance to maintain anything at all. I hear something just the other day that a contractor, they owe him about 150 million. You call him and give him $20 million. 20 million can't do anything at all. They are giving out work without even a contract right now to patch road. And the truth about it is that the budget was passed from in April, March, April. And you're going to tell me that it's December now. And you're saying because it's rain why you can't get there, why you can't get road done because of rain. What happened to all the dry period? Because we're having some dry period and we didn't start any of the road. They have the Spark program, and I don't know if it can spark now because they have consultation and all of that. And up to at this moment, you don't have one of the roads start on a Spark. The reach, what they announced, a $3 billion for reach. It's also, you're hearing all different type of things. We're patching on all of that out of reach. Even what is right from what is wrong.
Yes. Continue, Sir Hassan. There's somebody.
So what I think about is that
Happy Life. Just mute your mic, Happy Life. Mute your mic, Happy Life.
I believe that the Jamaican people are getting a raw deal, especially those of us who have to go to the pump regular, is that you are paying the tax there, but it is not going for the purpose that you are paying it for. Because part of it, you see, Sir Patmore, is that I think the former Minister of Finance, what he tried to do was to pay down the debt, that he's trying to pay down the debt as fast as possible. When those debts are not due, but he wants to say him running a nice thing. So therefore, take the money from the road fund to take it to pay down debt while people are suffering. And I think that is one of the biggest problems that we have. Right now, I don't know how we are going to recover in the shortest period of time with our roads. If you travel on the road every day, you see a number of the motorists on the side of the road, the tire burst, the rim brake because of the of them dropping in Patmore. I have a young man who was going to work the other day, driving up Winston Jones Highway. He lost two tires that him have to park at the roadside and have to take taxi to go to work. Because what happened? The tire burst. On Winston Jones Highway, you're talking about our main road. So I think it's a raw deal our people are getting.
So when last have you seen any form of patching happening over in Northwest Clarendon? You see any form of work being done maybe for the past 3 or so years?
Well, a little patching was done. I think earlier in this year in the Thompson division on the Victoria Road. That is the only thing, and it is about maybe 2 or 3 truckload of hot mix.
Oh, that's on one of the main road. And one of the main road.
Yes, on one of the main road. On one of the main road. But take for example, you're coming up from Picker Pepper Factory right into Christiana. It's just full of pothole. Yeah. And you're going down Sport Tree. See, I see they close off a part of the road now because of the condition.
Yeah.
We can't treat it.
On the Shudley Road there, they have some potholes at some very bad spots in there. You almost can't see them.
I wouldn't even call them pothole. I would call them pothole because they pass pothole now.
Yeah.
And you can't call them C because one person lost their life today in Hanover because of pothole. Remember, another man fell off his bicycle and drowned into a pothole.
Yeah.
So it's the first time we ever have people fall into pothole and drown.
Yeah. It's extremely bad. Extremely bad. But the thing that hurt me most of all is that the road from Lina Parish to Albertown, or say Hulsa Spring, was done just 2020. Yeah. And by 2021, the road was in a deplorable condition.
Yes, and
the white line
I travel
bright in the road and on the road mash up.
I travel on that road in October. Sorry. And I am totally surprised that they spend how many millions of dollars on that road. And the road is in a terrible shape now. And if you look from Alexandra to Brownstone,
yeah.
That road was done just 2 years ago too, and it started to peel.
Yeah.
So I have a discussion with the MP for that area, just in the by-election, and I said to him that something is wrong, either the poor quality of work or something is wrong with the
material.
Done in 2013, 2014. And even that, if they were maintaining it, it would reach that bad condition now.
Yeah. Because we haven't been in any overdrains for the past maybe 4 or 5 years. We do away with drainage. So
when I say maintenance, the quarterly maintenance was to take care of drain cleaning, patching, and if you have to put in a retaining wall. And matter of fact, I remember while I was there, we were able to build a number of the box culverts in some of the areas.
Yes. But if this government just do away with maintenance completely, or because they are trying to, I think they are trying to pay off the debts just to maybe impress the IMF or impress foreigners.
I think what they're doing is impressing themselves. But the Jamaican people are not impressed. The Jamaican people are not impressed, they're impressing themselves. Former Minister Nigel Clark-Lee because maybe he understand exactly what was coming. That we would be in this position where everybody would be speaking about the condition of roads.
Yes. Yeah, man. So what about the agricultural roads in Northwest? What about those roads?
The agricultural roads are in terrible shape. We start the Bullocks to Tapalston Road, we're putting a bridge there. And after the 2020 election, $6 million was left for do some work on it.
Yeah.
And it's creates the condition of that road. Part of the thing that I believe that we have to relook is that when we put allocation for like the farm roads, whether we are looking at to say we are doing it in phases or we are just doing a band-aid thing. We can use a band-aid to go into an agriculture area, because if our farmers cannot get out the crops, then we are in trouble. And I believe that we don't spend enough time or prioritize about our farm roads, because the government can boast about they're doing all things on the highways and so forth. But if your farm roads or your community roads are not in top shape, then one other thing about it is that what you are doing is failure.
Yes.
Because that is where the people live. That is where they're able to produce. Use South Trelawney, your constituency, is that when you travel on it, you will look over on the right or you look over on the left. There is a lot of production taking place of yam and other crops. But if they can't get it out, because donkey thing from Bruce Colley kill out the donkey system that is giving every farmer one SUV, and the farmers don't get it up to now. Can you say everybody from use a donkey? You're giving everybody a SUV, but it don't work.
Yeah. How is there like this sporting facility in Northwest? What are they like since?
Well, all we put in A1 field at Silent Hill. Sanguinetti, Peckham was doing quite well. Thompson High School, that didn't have a football field. I put in one there that for the first time the Costa Cup was played at Thompson, because we were able to put in a play field there. That it was very hard to do, but we were able to put in a play field in Thompson at Thompson High School. That today the Da Costa Cup can be at Thompson. We were able to do over the play field at Edwin Allen High School and put in some multi-purpose court. And the truth about it, if you travel to Sanguinetti, Sanguinetti is a place where people used to admire. When you pass there, the place was clean, the play field was in top shape. When you pass here now, you see goat on the field or cow on the field, or the grass is so tall. And Sir Patmore, one of the things that hurt me most time is that Sanguinetti is one of the areas that have a basic school almost on the playfield. The children have to use it. And when you have those like a baby, that that at times they should be out doing exercise, they can't do any exercise because what happened? The field grass is almost as tall as some of the children in. And it is just lack of management cause us to be where we're at.
Yeah.
Part of it is that I remember is that I put in a committee in place where you have the basic school, the primary school, and other community members that they were part of the committee and were able to maintain the field. That the field at all time was in top shape. Today you go there, it is in a terrible state. And it's not rain, it's that it's just bad. You can't just because you're going to have a dance somewhere there, are you going to have a competition to clean the field? The field should be in top shape every single day.
Yeah.
Because you have the primary school up there, they have the basic school on the bottom there. And it's like mangoes almost taking away everybody.
Yeah. Just a minute. Just a minute. Comrade. Andrea Mullins, you can just unmute your mic and if you want to ask a question or something. Mr. Azan, Comrade Azan is on the line. Okay. You just pass it through.
Just listening, but because you send the request, I accept it.
Okay, all right.
Good night, anyways. How are you doing?
All is well. Which community you're from, Andrea?
Pardon?
Which community are you from?
I'm from Woodgrove.
Oh, okay. Hi, Andrea. Okay, all right, Andrea. And we're talking about the condition of the roads over in South Trelawney and over in Northwest Clarendon.
Well, we're speaking about all the roads in Jamaica now.
Yes. We're talking about all the roads.
If you look on the reports, is that in St. Thomas, we almost a bridge there, almost in a state now that anytime that it is closed out because of the condition that the structure is damaged. In Hanover, we have a few also down there. So they right across Jamaica, we are in terrible state right now. And I don't know where what they can do. Just 2 weeks time we'll have Christmas, and therefore is that if we don't try to do something urgently, we are going to is that there are persons in some communities, the car can't come out from the community because the roads are in terrible state.
Yeah, man. The road condition is. But Mr. Azan, I know you won't be able to stay with us too long, but the market in Scarlet, we noticed that since you do some work on it many years ago, the state of that market we still don't see completed.
Yeah,
What's the situation with that market?
Well, the entire town of Sparling, I believe that we are getting a raw deal, and I call it a raw deal. The post office, let me start with the post office before I go to the market. The post office is closed now almost maybe 3 years. And there's no timeline for repair to start on that building. Those who use the post office where they have a rented building, I understand, I have not visited here, but I understand that 3 persons cannot be inside of the building at any time. 3 customers cannot be in the post office at any one time. Our pensioners, those who work for years, our teachers, the janitors at the schools and so forth, have to use it for their pension, because there is a slip that you have to sign every month to send back to the accountant general or the Ministry of Labor to say that you are still alive. So the post office is still important, despite maybe people not using letters anymore. But the pensioners have to use it to collect those more for for the pensioners.
Yes, I saw your link.
So part of it is that the post office is an eyesore in Spalding. Back to the cultural center that we start, I think about 2017 or somewhere there, or 2018. You know, Mr. Patmore, that when I lost the election of 2020, we leave about 4 million from the CDF allocation. Till at the current parish council today, there was a matching fund of 3 million also from the TF. The member of parliament and maybe whosoever did not feel that it is important to continue to complete the cultural center. That funding was to slab the roof. So we'll have a roof now that is completely on, and then you do it phase by phase to put in whether the tile and all of those things. I would have the cultural center finished right now. It is there right now, and it's like a woodland. I've seen pictures I've been here, and when I look at it, I have seen that it is a disgrace for the town of Spalding. It's a disgrace for the town of Spalding that you did that. The market itself, that we start the phase by phase of doing phase one to complete the ground floor. The second phase, that when I leave there, we have an application from the Jamaica Social Investment Fund to put on the other floor. The member of parliament did not follow up, and we lost that funding. They tried to put it back on the system maybe about 2 years ago, and it was not done properly, and therefore they announced that they will start, and therefore, but nothing was sent to the council in writing saying that the Jamaica Social Investment Fund was using it as a project. So when you look on the whole town of Spalding, you find out that the post office is gone, the market is not on, the cultural center is not on. Because, Sir Patmore, if there's any organization want to have a community meeting in the day, if the churches are having some session, the school is in session, there's nowhere the people get to use it.
Yes.
And that's why I was pushing to have that building in place. That if there is any organization want to use it when while school is in session, church may be going on, you would have somewhere for them to use it. Yeah. In Frankfield, we were able to put up one down there. In Thompson, we have one up there. Reaches, we have a small place that we call the Ural Denton Training Center. That is there in Reaches also. Spalding was the only one that we were working on to make sure we put up, and we reached very far. Because it's just to put on the roof that was left to be done.
Yeah. So I know you were very busy down in Indian Town recently with that by-election. How satisfied are you with the organization of the PNP?
Before we go to Indian Town, I just want to say also that we have roughly Silent Hill, Alphonsus Davis, Sangonetti, Twitside, that is C. Palmer, Edwin Allen, and Thompson Town. We have training centers to train what you call unattacked youth. At one point, we have almost 300 young people between the age of 18 and 25 doing training, whether it is in early child education, foods, I think it was hairdressing and all of that, that we have 300 people, 300 young people in training. All of those centers have been closed down since. The good news is that all of the young people that was in training in the early childhood program, they are up to a level 4, and all of them today are in a job. A young man who were in the foods over in Thompson, at the Thompson High School, where I have the center there. He sent me a video that he's at one of the top hotel now, as one of the big chef there, out of the program. And those 30, I think 32 young people who train at Thompson High School, they are in a job today. But what happened? Since 2020, all of those training centers have been closed. All of them closed. So our young people do not have a training center in Northwest Carolina. Because what I did as member of parliament is that during my time as MP, we put in 500,000 per year into the high schools, and that 500,000 was to improve on the practical areas. I didn't take the decision to decide on the areas of the practical area should be get the first areas to touch. I allowed the school, and I said to them that every year the principal along with their senior team should look where students gravitate to and let us improve those practical areas. I remember visiting Alston High School, and they said that they were going to the practical area, and I decided, and I went up into the I think it was the woodwork area, see what was happening there. And Mr. Patmore, would you believe those machines were there from the school was built? No new machine. And we were able to change it around that where you used to have a 0 pass in CXC, we were having 100% pass. Because what happened? Those schools start to have what you call the practical area up to a certain standard. Alphonsus Davis High School, I was able to improve that lab of the home department that Hard Trust approved it as one of them, as one of their center, because they did the improvement there. So the 500,000 for Alphonsus Davis, Knox College, Alston, Claude McKay, Edwin Allen, and Thompson. Every single year, we're able to put 500,000 from the CDF allocation. And if you notice, I don't say my allocation. That's why I know some politicians use, because they believe that the taxpayer money is theirs. I said the allocation that is made available to the constituency, that it was able to put there to improve it. So part of it is that the school would be using the facility in the day, and then we start in the evening with the community. And that is how we were able to do an attached youth program at Edwin Allen, Alphonsus Davis, Edwin Allen, and we went as far as to start what you call barbering at Thompson, out of the same program.
Okay.
We put in greenhouses in all our high schools. All our high school, we put in greenhouses. And use Knox College and Edwin Allen as an example. Knox, we put in a poultry program. We put in what you call, where they put in the layers. Knox and Edwin Allen, well, Knox, let me start with Knox. Knox were producing more egg for the borders that they have to go on the open market. Edwin Allen was doing the same thing. The high school, because they eat a lot of chicken because the children. And most of the school were start to produce up to 60% of what they consume at the school because of those programs that were able to put in that they said, listen, you have to feed yourself. So there were many programs that we tried to put in, improving our school. Because I believe that, especially the basic school, I spend a lot of the time. Some people say children can't vote, but they are the future of tomorrow. And I spend a lot of time into those schools, at the basic school, primary school, and high school, to make sure that we're able to improve them. I was able to put in what you call musical instrument into almost all of the primary schools, that our young people can able to learn to play musical instrument around. There are some schools right now who still benefited from it because of the enter JCDC and come out as top school.
Yeah.
I use Victoria as an example. They have what they call a drumming corps up there, that they were able to do that one. They put in a marching band at Thompson High School. The musical instrument we used to have at Knox, at Spalding or Cobbler, that every year we have what you call a summer camp that you run for a week or two, that those children would have persons come in to teach them more how to use the instrument.
Just a minute. Salman, you want to say something? Good night, Salman. Oh, you just okay. So you want to say evening to him? You can say evening to him. I think he's here clearly.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Advan. Shai here.
Shai, some coffee peas.
Yeah.
Okay. And Shai live on a road where you call the Quarry Road. We're able to put in that little coffee piece and put in a bridge there, and it brings you right back over into 930.
Okay.
So therefore, it's like I just have a short road and we're having a
one just mute your mic one. One draft done. Just mute your mic. Mute your mic. It's necessary. Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, so I'm saying that.
One draft just.
And for Patmore, I want to say publicly to your listeners and those who may be watching the video after, it's not a matter of that Northwest Clarendon was getting more funding from government. What I was able to do is to use different areas to able to tap in with funding, to able to do some projects.
Yes.
So it's not a matter of saying that is what you get from the allocation from the budget, but you have agencies of government, NGOs, where you can tap into to get funding to do some projects in your constituency. So that is one I think that I was able to do.
Yeah. One graph. One graph. You can unmute your mic and if you want to say something. One graph done.
While maybe you're waiting.
Yes, yeah.
I would also bring to the attention that especially our farmers get a big hit in the Beryl hurricane, and it is so sad that our farmers don't get any assistance. Giving a farmer 50 pounds of fertilizer for a farmer who will maybe have up to 1,000 kilogram is an insult.
Yes.
One farmer in Bromwell informed me that he was informed to travel all the way from Bromwell to Maypen to collect a 50-pound bag of fertilizer. That, putting the gas into the vehicle, traveling to Maypen would be more than what the cost of a 50-pound bag of fertilizer.
Yes.
So part of it is that we are insulting our people, insulting the farmers, that, you know, you get a hit, nobody come around and speak to you. You have those who get damaged by their house. They don't get anything either. They promise that they would be giving them care packages through the Ministry of Labor. The rigmarole that you have to go through, sending name, sending TRN, and all the time they have to come and investigate. It is just sad.
Yes.
While people are out there dying for food. And up to today, our people don't get a package.
Yeah.
We have bridges that washed away from 2017. And up to today, those bridges are not been constructed. I use Soto as an example, where a large number of people live across there. And when rain, if you are out, you stay out. If you are in, you stay in. 2 children, I think it was last year, almost wash away. Almost wash away. Because what happened? It just carelessness is what it happened. I hear the Prime Minister said that even the Troy Bridge, that it is the bureaucracy caused all of that not to be done before time. The bridge was tendered, somebody come out as the top person in there. And the failure of the government, because maybe they have other things, they put it out back again. And part of the thing that I know that we used to do is that if you put out a tender and you don't have contractors taking it, what you do is that you have what you call selected contractors. You call them in and say, we have this work to be done. Can you bid on this? And therefore we could have limited tender. We don't do that. And we come and we make all the excuse about the system. The system have a problem too, you know. I'm not going to say that the time period that you have to go through procurement and all of that, that is not a problem. It's a problem because that needs to be fixed. You can have a committee that is meeting every 2 weeks or every month. You have to, some things that you have to do, you have to say, listen, those committee members, they have to come in at a certain time and all of that to get some things done. So leadership is one of the major problems we have, that we blame the system and therefore we don't try to fix them easily.
Yeah, one thing I have some concern on, and from your experience, will it be ever possible for us in the rural constituencies to have a bus system, school bus system? Some of those 100 buses that we get each year in Jamaica, why can't one come to South Trelawney, Northwest Clarendon? What's your take on it, the school bus system?
My take on it, you see, is that maybe that is a hard thing to maintain. That's from my side. I remember that there was a system that we were thinking of, that if we could get some of them, especially high schools, could get some of those buses, and then you know where the children are. You work along with it, especially because you have to make sure that we don't leave out our little people who may want to use it as a way of life. That you go into a system with them, and the drivers have to live up to certain criteria. Can't be playing loud music or dirty music or drive in a certain way. and the schools would go into what you call a contract with them, that the government would come in like with the PAT program and subsidize those traveling, and therefore our children could reach and school on time. They don't have to pack up like sardine pan. So therefore you could be able to do that. And I believe that is one of the things, because we have to empower our little people in South Trelawney and Northwest Clarendon who may feel that let me go and take a loan from the bank and able to put in a coaster bus. But at the same time, they will know that I have a contract with Alphonsus Davis or Knox or Edwin Allen, that I know that I will be able to be carrying some children. And therefore, they can be earning, and at the same time, the children going to school on time. Because, Sir Patmore, the JUTC sorry, is operating at a loss. Subsidize the fare, but you don't have enough of the people are taking up the ride. And therefore, you're running a big bus, and therefore you're not collecting back funding to maintain it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what teacher said that he. Let me guess what teacher said. She said, well,
I can't see kind of son kind of ready for you, but yeah.
And telling me what teacher said today.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, we're mentioning a little about before you leave about cutting down by in and two, because it was still a learning process for us. We are preparing for a general election. What is it that you see that maybe you think that we could?
I think is a lesson that the people send to the government that the time has come, because we were able to get 300 and vote more than what we did in February.
Yeah.
So we did much better. So it said something to me that the PNP is going up while the JP is going down.
Yeah.
Because part of it is that we belittle our people, that we believe that we can give them $2,000 or one scandal bag of food, and that is what you can use to buy people. It is so wrong. Our people deserve much better than that. What we must do is to try to empower people more than to decide to say that maybe buy a man $2,000 buy one dragon for him to go vote. We should create the opportunity that he or she is so independent that they can be able to think to say, listen, is 8 years I am suffering with a road, or 8 years as the Prime Minister was walking on what you call the bridge over into Longbourn. And I'm saying to myself, oh, you are telling me that all senior citizens have to walk in and a piece of wood if you go to their house. But you're walking on it to vote. Yeah. What we do is we bring down our people to the lowest level, that we believe that is the only election. We go and say to them, all right, we're giving you $500 or $5,000 for your vote. You don't get anything from it. You don't get anything from it. So I think it was a good signal the people sent in Anton that you can come with all of your $5,000 or $2,000, or you will stock out a shop man $15,000 and believe that that is it. It is not so. It's not so. When you the day before election, I remember between Alston going down to Junction, they were patching road, and the same place with them patch is the same time the rain come and mash up back everything. So what you're doing, watching something, and I think it's an insult to our people.
Yeah.
So it's a good lesson. It's a good lesson that both the PNP and the JLP should learn that don't take the people for granted.
Yeah. And one thing I noticed that the JLP was saying that they're going to win and how big they're going to win. Now that the PNP win, they are saying that we are celebrating that we win in our strongholds. Even though we never have alien town, they must say we are celebrating, so we win.
Yeah, but
it was always our stronghold, so we shouldn't celebrate.
But the Prime Minister and his wife, all the 49 MPs, and all the other
caretakers
were in Indian town. Every one of them was there. A matter of fact, I understand that the Prime Minister gave the division 14 of his bank account,
yeah,
to take money from that day.
Yeah.
The people, the PNP sent him a message that you got a 14 bank account and it still never helped you. All the MPs were there, all the ministers were there. Is that if it was our stronghold, we wouldn't lose it in February.
Yeah.
I understand? So coming with this rubbish is that they were working, the Prime Minister was in that division up to 10 o'clock some nights. Up to 10 o'clock some nights. I beg people to vote. So what you're telling me, that we were there, he was there, his team was there, but it is the organization and the people I open and they send a message.
Yeah. That seat up in St. Angelo, where they have is a constituency election, and you're talking about 1,800 persons come out to vote for JLP.
My take on it, you see, Smith, who is now get elected here, he was elected in February. I think that constituency have three or four divisions.
Yeah.
And I'm still asking myself, if in the parish council election that was in February, that he polled, I believe, over 1,000 votes in one division, but you have 4 divisions, and you were able to poll 1,800 votes. It's a sign, it's a signal.
Yeah, man.
It's a signal. And I use even Northeast St. Anne, where they just have a by-election down there, that you have less persons vote into this by-election in Northeast than that those who voted in the parish council election in February. And the truth about it, don't play anything. They spend millions and millions and millions of dollars, and the result is not there. We spend $30 million through the electoral office for those by-elections. Those $38 million could have done something to the roads.
Yeah.
Can't be big, but at least he could have able to patch some pothole.
One of the biggest spend that the country made though is the social and the seats, where you have Marissa Darimple resign from the seat and then come back in the same election by-election to cost the government $30 million to put it back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also because you see, I think part of it, you see, is that the government takes our people for a ride. South Trelawney, Northeast St. Anne, and Northwest St. Andrew, those 3 by-elections that in the next couple of months we're going back to the poll, and we spend almost $100 million on those 3 by-elections through the electoral office. I'm not talking about the squandering of resources that in the different areas that they are doing the roads and then doing all type of things to then run the water. And we spend those money unwisely.
Yes.
to run all over the place. And we're still at square one. We're still at square one. Because some of those roads not done properly. Some of the things are not done properly. And therefore, we spend $100 million that we could use. The 38 million that's spent in South Trelawney for electoral office, plus all the other funding from government that was spent there, is that you're asking yourself, don't that could be able to put on one road that would have a better driving?
Mm-hmm.
Those are questions that I would ask.
Yes.
Don't that one could be able to do something at a school to improve the life of some children? And you could go on with the thing over and over. You know what I feel very embarrassed about, Sir Patmore? That I use Northeast Manchester as an example. Would you believe that the poor relief office from Christian is right at Crossroad in Africa Box?
Yes. Yes, that's right.
Oh, we treat our poor people that way.
Mm-hmm.
I make sure I put in a proper poor relief office in Thompson Town with the staff can have a bathroom. Those who come to collect their liquor money, they can able to sit in a comfortable place. With the one in Thompson Town, with the one in Frankfield and Spalding. And you're going to tell me, with all the years that a man went boast that he's the longest serving member of parliament in Manchester, that he could not see that he could put in a poor relief office that all liquor poor people who go to collect the liquor funding can have a proper place to sit. It is sad enough. It is sad. And I will tell you that politician are politician. There are some of us who say that we are going to serve. Some of us, we just want to have the power not to serve the people. My thing for all my years, I always believe that my job is to make people life better, not worse. Because if I am in it and over my period of time I can't say I do a change to people's life, I am a failure.
Yes.
I am a failure. People must be able to look on things and say, yes, you were able to change a number of people's life. With all the beating I get through this fallen man, it was one of the things that I was trying to do, is that this tarpaulin that is put all over the place, you try to put in a structural thing that people can able, that it is in a way that it is presentable, that people can able want to come into the market, want to buy from the vendors. When you put the thing out into the road and stone and everything out in the road, is that you don't make the place look like attractive. And that is one thing that I was able to want to do, was to put in those little shops that these vendors, if you want to stay at 8 o'clock, you can stay. You can lock off your things and all of that. It becomes a political issue. But I still believe that today, because we fail to understand about how we treat our women, our mothers, because most of them are our mothers, because women them, and they sell them. You must have a place that they can able to have a comfortable place. In rain or fall, tarpaulin, and you have a problem. So that was one of the reasons that I was thinking about the little shops around here, that will make the thing in attractive that people can able to come there.
Yeah. Comrade Azan, I want you to spend a few minutes just to talk to your people now in Northwest Carolina. Tell them why they need to come out and vote in 2025 for Richard Azan.
All right. Let me put it this way: that my record of the things that I outlined at the beginning. And the first thing is that we start with our basic school, that we'll start our children right. Our primary school, our high schools, our different communities that you can able to look into, that we were able to change life by putting up the road, or were able to put in a play field. We were able to put bridge some places. We're able to build houses. And I use one example. Southwood in Frankfield, they used to have some zinc fence there and all of that, the zinc houses. And we were able to put in a number of houses where that people could have a comfortable life there. So part of the thing that I would say to the people of Northwestern Clarion is that compare my record to the present member of parliament and to judge it, to say who performed from who didn't perform, who did what from who didn't do what. So my record is clear. My record is clear. I was able to change a number of people's life. People have a job today because of the opportunity that I was able to create with training over 300 young people. And even some of them who went past a certain age, we work with a system that they could able to sit in the training. They would be getting a stipend, but they would be able in the training also. And they have certificate right now. So the record is clear. The record is clear about my performance with the people of Northwestern Carolina.
Somebody is asking, with the distribution of farm work cards, how you do it in Northwest? Maybe we over in South Carolina learn from the way you distribute. Or do you get some farm work cards per year?
When up to 2020, and it is just a sad thing that when Minister Samuda take over in 2020, all the former members of parliament who lost that election, who have people to test, he removed all of those persons and said the new members of parliament should do the recommendation. So all of those recommendations that we put in, all of those persons was thrown through the window by Minister Samuda, because he said, you don't have anything to get the new MPs in, so he take away back all of those persons that was selected to do the hand test. And it was 40, I believe it was 40 at the time we were getting each member of parliament with 40 farmer card. My take on it is that I do not believe. I know that some of my people may take me on for it, but it's truth. When you are elected as an MP or a councillor, you become the member of parliament or the councillor for the division or for the constituency. That means that whether a person vote for you, yes or no, if there is anything that is supposed to be distributed, they should be able to get something from it. So I recommend some jail people. To get farmer card, and they are traveling. I never look on the Spain people understand that this is the way you go about it. But I remember also that I went to my executive and I said to them that we have some people and they should trust me by my judgment that I was able to, that I should give them card. And the team buy into it, because we were trying to make sure that we treat everybody equally.
So one thing I'm planning to go in South Carolina, separate the member of parliament office from the PNP office. That whenever I become member of parliament, I want to separate the two offices. Because if somebody never vote for you some time, they just don't feel comfortable coming to the PNP office, the JLP office.
Well,
I believe that the member of parliament office should be separated from the.
It is supposed to be separated, but I operate from the same office as the PNP office. But I make sure that I have a home door thing, that anybody, from whether you vote for me, I don't vote for me, I did not vote, you have the right to visit the member of parliament office. So you have to tell your people that, listen, you're a member of parliament now for everybody. So whether it is PNP sign or JLP sign, they must feel welcome to come there. It should never be that you want to, because Sir Patmore, it's going to be at a heavy cost to be running two offices at the same time. Because your PNP people may well say, oh, you have to come to the PNP office. Because they think as a PNP. So either you're going to close one, either you're going to close the PNP office until campaign again, you open a PNP office. But it's going to be at a heavy cost for you to be doing two offices at the same time. Because you have to be paying a staff at the PNP office, light bill, rental, and all that. So it comes at a cost. You have to decide that no, it is a member of parliament office, not the PNP office alone, but a member of parliament. Because you have to keep your organization going too.
Yes, yes.
You have to keep your organization going. So it cannot be that you lock your organization away. And part of the thing that I was trying to do with the cultural center was to, on the next floor, was to make sure we put in a member of parliament office there. That if you want to have a meeting with your principals, you can be able to use to have a meeting there. So part of it is that if we don't try to build certain things and try to, people start to buy into that your member of parliament is for everybody. And don't only say it, but the action must be behind it. Yeah. That you're going to be able to send, you're going to send the signal to your people that the day the election is over, you become MP, you're MP for everybody. Everybody. And people should be afraid to come and meet at your office.
Yeah. But I can't remember a day that I ever tried to reach at your office and you have been absent. I don't. You look like you always in Sparlings, always.
Well, part of the thing about it, and it is also very unkind that person will say that they don't see you at Silent Hill, or they don't see you at Frankfield, or they don't see you in Thompson Town or whatever. Is that I try to make myself available wherever I can go. And I always say to people that, listen, if you want me to visit your community, to have a meeting with you, to discuss any issue, because part of it, Mr. Patmore, is that I believe in one thing about openness. In my time as member of parliament.
Mr. Azan, somebody say in the background, your background, I don't know, maybe you know, like the sun is a bit close to you, but the background is a little noisy. Yes,
it's in plain. So
okay.
Part of the thing that I believe as member of parliament was that I believe in openness. It's openness. That I don't believe that the community should wake up tomorrow morning and say a grader start work, and you go there to have a meeting with them to say that we're going to do Reaches, Whitechapel to Reaches Road. You must have a meeting with the people to make them know that you are going to start this one. So I used to take that approach wherever I'm going to do a project, whether it was the cultural center, I have a meeting and I outlined it to the Citizen Association that we are going to do this project at the Cultural Center. If we were going to build a community center, I have a meeting with the community to tell them what is going to happen. You have them as part of what you are doing. It cannot be, and it should never be that an elected person feel that, listen, it is my duty, I get elected, I just get up tomorrow morning and I'm going to do a road. And find the time to either let people have a say, because you may feel that you know where all the water run, but the people in the community know. So the people must have a say. So I used to have that openness that I say what we are going to do, have the people as part of it. And I will never change. I will never change. When I'm elected back next year, I will even strengthen it more to make sure that we have everybody as part of it. I put in a basic school association where we get all the basic schools. At one point, I was able to get some of the basic school teachers who were not paid NIS to start paying NIS, because I tell you, one day they will get old, housing trust. And I went as far as to, at the time, the Blue Cross, to get them on a scheme. I was able to set up some minister fraternal, because you have to hear from them too,
Yes.
All the churches able to touch a number of life, So we start a minister fraternal. With fraternal, you start what you call the watch night service falling. That smash up.
Yeah.
Because nobody take it up and continue with it. So is that a matter? I am telling the people of Northwestern Carolina, my name that will be on the ballot paper is not power I want, but I want to improve the life of the people. We started, we are backward now by 5 years. 5 years where you can't find a member of parliament. If you ask when last you see a member of parliament, the people who voted for him said they can't find him. One other thing about it, I make myself available. And I will continue doing that. And I almost live into the constituency.
As a former member of parliament and a member of parliament in waiting, how do you feel about the utterance of the member of parliament from St. Catherine over in Hull Harbour with a racial insult to our party leader? How do you feel about that?
I think Mr. Margoli answered properly that none of us born with the color of our skin. I said to people, if you call Mark Golding a white man, you can call Richard as a white man too.
Yes.
You understand? From my father background is that they're not from Jamaica, they're from Lebanon. So how you treat that one? And it is sad that both Mr. Warmington and Ms. Cuthbert did not look across and to say that when you look on the platform, you have Carl Samuda look like a white man. Delroy Chuck is a white man.
Parliament.
You have a number of the members of parliament who can name that you could call him a white man. And they should look also at the former Prime Minister, Eddie Siaga, who was a white man. If you want to call him a white man. But you see, when you have nothing to say, you start to do personal attack on people. Personal attack. That you go to the bottom of the pot to scrape, to say that you were able to address conference, and that is what you're able to say. Cuthbert Cuthbert Flynn, I don't believe that she can travel to the United States, you know. I don't believe that she can travel to the United States. And that is something that we should be asking as a Minister of State in the Ministry of National Security. Can you travel to the United States? She could not mention about the abuse of children and the violence in school. And just let us see how we can able to get parents come together, that we can change our behavior of our children. But you're going to attack people's color of their skin.
Yeah.
And I think it is just low. It's just low. You can't go to say I rile up people by speaking about people color of their skin. Because you would say that those who buy bleaching cream, they don't want to be dark anymore, but they want to be white. So you're going to call them white people too? Those are questions that I would ask. But you
notice that the Prime Minister stays silent and the Tourist Minister stays silent. But do you think that this can affect the tourist industry? Those utterances?
Maybe yes and maybe not. But it could say to those who visit our country, as especially tourists, that listen, the government of Jamaica are saying that if the color of your skin is not like what majority of Jamaica, you are not welcome into the country. If the PNP go out now and start that type of campaign, that our tourists shouldn't be coming to Jamaica if they don't have the color of majority of the Jamaicans. You will hear that we are reckless. In evolution. They say that. But I just look on the Prime Minister before I come on live. On the Prime Minister Facebook page. And he posts Cuthbert Flynn attacking the leader of the opposition. On his Facebook page, it is there now. Only if they pull it down. But it was there not too long ago. So therefore, it shows that if the Prime Minister can able to post something like that, he don't feel that there is something that is wrong. And as leaders, when they talk about values and attitude, it is important, you know, that we as leaders, myself, you who going up as a member of parliament, all 63 from the PNP, 63 from the JLP, we need to send signal that, listen, we want people to start to come back and respect our country, respect our politicians, respect each other, about how we treat each other with love and care and with peace. We can't treat people because of how they look in a certain way. We have to treat people as human beings. God make all of us as human beings, and we start to treat each other as one people. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. I know that if that utterance that came from somebody from the PNP, he wouldn't stop here, you know, they don't live on it, the media.
Well, Sir Patmore, they have a little saying, puss and dog don't have the same luck.
Yes.
Puss and dog don't have the same luck. What happened in South Trelawney last week, Friday, if it was a PNP was in power and Miss Marissa resigned because of the Integrity Commission, nobody never forced her to resign, and she resigned because she said it was wrong. But you take about the same person, Mr. Holness, Prime Minister Holness, said that it was a dark day in Jamaica and he would never sit in Parliament with Richard Azar because of some shop that was built. Not from the government purse, the parish council was involved, give approval. The parish council set the rate for the people who to pay for the shops. And it was a dark day in Jamaica. But it's not a dark day for him to have 28 bank accounts, was able to draw millions of dollars one day. It's not a dark day. So sometimes you wonder why they say that the people are attacking him. But he didn't understand that. He said you could have sleep with the window open and your door open because he would find solution to crime. When you have double murder, triple murder, and all of that every single day, it's sure that something is wrong with society.
Yeah.
He went out there, and instead you'd think about it by saying, listen, let us get the opposition, let us get the churches, let us get the body together to see if we can find a solution. State of emergency, locking up poor liquor people. The same black people we never talk about, you know. It's none of the Chinese, none of the Syrians, none of the white people. They're locking up, you know. And they lick black people them up at South Trelawney and North Carolina, Northwest Carolina. They might lock up, you know.
Yeah.
If a policeman have something against you and you have a state of emergency, they say, all right, let me lock him up for 2 weeks because it's a state of emergency. It is a dark thing that we're trying to deal with the people. I believe the cabinet alone shouldn't be thinking about the solution. Yes, it's the cabinet, you're like a government, and they should find solution. But I believe that if you find that one thing about it, you don't have the solution. Call in a group of people and say, listen, let us sit together and just see if we can hammer out something to try it. But when you take up little people, little young people, and put them into small cell with hardcore criminal, you are sending a wrong signal. And you know, part of it, while we do that, is that we don't make things better, we make things worse. Because the little small business people who have their liquor shop, they have to lock up the shop by a certain time. But what happened? KFC is open. So the big man benefit while the poor little people got all of what will happen in the state of emergency. KFC still remain open. While the little man up at Albert Town have one little jerk shop, you know, if you pack up in pan for 4 o'clock, because everything open into a lock up. So it is an unfair system that we put in place. I have a concern about the crime because it is coming closer and closer to us. When you can find people go into a school and murder somebody, you can go to a school and murder somebody, it is a bad signal that is sending. Because those children will be traumatized for the rest of their life when they witness it. So it is something that we as politicians have to speak about and able to start to think about how we can able to deal with this problem. But part of it also, we have to start at the home. We have to start at the home, bringing back discipline in the home, bringing the children that they must go to church. Some things that they have to do that you can be able to deal with some of the problem that we have. We have to bring parents together, that parents understand that we bring the children on earth here, how we're able to make them better boys and better girls. And if we're able to do that, the crime and violence will go down. I know that some of us are in the quick, rich mentality. I will have to tell them, understand, if you have a skill, you will have that skill for your life. If you have scamming, you will be able to go to Patmore funeral home, Arlene's funeral home, in the shortest time. You have to bring them, I have to say that to them. I was hoping to hear from some of your listeners if they have any question for me.
Oh, then. What is state the Spalding police station now? There's a lockup. The lockup is there's a lockup at the police station.
No, it closed for quite a long time because the jailhouse don't have a bathroom, and for you to take them out from the cell to a bathroom, they said it was a risk, and therefore they closed it for many years now.
Okay. So any plan for, as when you become member of parliament, any plan to assist with that?
Well, I was able to do a number of things at the police station because the guard room was one of the projects I was able to set up. The guard room, the traffic department was one of the places that I was able to do. I put in a computer and printer there. That because part of the things, Mr. Patmore, is that there are so much little things that we're able to change. When the police sees a vehicle and that vehicle go to Mandeville, there was some document that if you have to go to Mandeville to get there. And I remember passing the police station one day and one of the motorists was telling me that just one piece of paper that they have to wait to get it back from Mandeville. And I said, how comes it? I speak to the traffic officer then, Mr. Brooks, and he was telling me all the things that they have to do. And I said to him that, all right, what are the easier way to get it done? He said, if they have a printer at the police station, if you do the seizure of the vehicle, you can able to write up the thing right away from the station. That when they go to the pound, they can able to get the motor vehicle. I get some beating for it, but some people they were short-sighted. They didn't understand exactly what I was trying to do. Was to make sure that if you seize a vehicle, you don't have to wait a month or 2 weeks for you to get back your vehicle. You could get it back in the shortest period of time.
Yes.
But there were a number of improvements we were able to do at the Spalding police station, and it is in a better shape. The kitchen, bathroom for the police officers, they have a bathroom. They used to have bathe in one big old iron pan, maybe about almost as old as me. And I put in a shower system there that they can able to bathe there. So when I said to myself, and I said to the listeners, it was not about Richard Azan, it was about the people that I was able to touch all the little things in.
What is asking, any plans for the young women, like teenage pregnancy? Any plans for persons like those?
Well, like the dropouts from school because of teenage pregnancy, and the dropout of the male student because after a certain time some of them don't go back to school and so forth. That is where the training program that I spoke earlier about, the unattached youth program, that they could be able to go in and get a second chance to get a skill.
So otherwise, from the NIS program, where would you get, as member of parliament, get funding to assist persons to go back to school and so? You have to use it from.
All right. Part of it is that we're able to join with the Heart Trust by setting up the center, and along with the CDF allocation, you can able to get some NGOs to assist some programs. Because as I said to you, there are NGOs over there who can buy into some of the programs that you can able to put together. Maybe you as a member of parliament can apply as a member of parliament, but to set up committee, non-partisan committee that you can able, and I give you one example. The Spalding Primary School that were able to put in extra bathroom there. It is that Environmental Foundation wouldn't give member of parliament an allocation, but I was able to get the PTA as a body to do the application, while you as the MP drive it. And we're able to put in some extra bathroom for both the boys and girls at Spalding Primary School. The Sunbury Primary School that we put in a bathroom through Joseph, we're able to get the funding from there to build bathrooms.
Are permits for events being granted in Spalding School?
I can't say yes and I can't say no because I don't know, but I know that I believe that the restriction is lifted where there's no state of emergency. So I don't know if there's any denial of permit, because I know that I've seen a number of posters where they're having events at different places. So I don't think that there is any restriction.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing any question. I don't know if you have any last word that you want to say to the people over in Northwest.
Well, what I want to wish our people when the time comes, a Merry Christmas and a very happy and productive 2025, that you will see a change of representation in the constituency of Northwestern Carolina. I want to also put out here that I would call on all well-thinking citizens of Northwestern Carolina that we should treat our brothers and sisters in a very kind way by looking out for them over the period that is coming up.
All right, Comrade Azan, I want to say thank you for joining us this evening, and I know that myself I learn a lot because I'm a member of parliament in training, so that I bring you on as a senior man to teach me a few things, and I also want to take the time out to thank you.
Yeah, we are
to be a member of the People's National Party also.
We want to. There are many more things that we could deal with at another time, yes. Because I believe that there are many things that we can share together of different good practices that we can share, and that's why I believe in dialogue. I believe in a participation of people that maybe what I think of as maybe a good idea for certain things, the people don't believe that way, and by having discussion with the people, is that you make able to come up with a common ground that everybody buy into.
Yeah.
So we can able to continue the discussion at another time, and I really want to say thanks to you and thanks to the listeners for allowing me to share my brief time with you tonight.
Yes, and it will always be there. So the person who did not see you tonight, it will always be on YouTube straight up until after the election. The person can always join. I'm gonna share it. We'll never get to hear them MP tonight. They will hear it. They can listen tomorrow. You know, so thank you very much for coming on, comrade.
All right, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Really,
God bless.
One love, one love.
And God bless you. All right, sir. Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Good evening again, everyone. Good evening. I have a few more minutes to go. Persons on TikTok, just share up the live, share up the live, share up the live. Touch it. Share up the live, people. We have a few minutes. Share up the live, share up the live. Yes. So people, this is your member of parliament caretaker for Southern Trelawney. And it's just one of my little moment that we share. We believe that we need to share with other MP caretakers. And because I believe that there's so much that we can learn from other persons, that every community is different, every constituency is different. And whenever we have our discussion, we can learn so much. I just want to remind you of some of the projects that we have over in South Trelawney that I want to ask for your participation and your help with. One of them is a sanitary diaper, where we're asking for donation to purchase sanitary diaper for elderly over in South Trelawney. We have been assisting persons from Northeast Manchester, even persons over in Spalding's area. So we ask that you can, if you have it, you can just drop it off at Patmore's Funeral Home, Patmore's Hardware. You can leave it at any supermarket in Christiana, and I will pick up. If you're down in the Clarkstown area, you can just drop it somewhere and just call me and tell me, and I will have somebody pick it up. If you are in the Albertown area, you know, so that's one of the projects that we are doing. We also continue with our housing project, where we are begging for housing material. Presently, we want to start working on a house down by Freeman's Hall for a young lady with her 2 kids. She needs some zinc, 2x4, and a door down by Freeman's Hall. We have a lot of work to be done in Freeman's Hall, but I have this one young lady that I want to assist with some. So we want to change fix up the roof on our little house. Only just around a little, a 1-room house, but it's one of those bigger 1-room. And so we want to get some zinc for her, and we want a few sheets of plywood also, and we want a door. So anybody out there can donate. If you're so late, you can just make a contribution. So you can just give me a call. My number is 876-443-2153. And remember, I believe that I'm the only member of parliament, only caretaker, that if you call me and you don't get me, I will call you back. I've been doing that for the past 3 months since I start my campaign, 4 months now. Nobody have ever called me and don't get me and I don't call back. Nobody. When I ran my election in 2012, I have this same phone number in 2012. Only one, I have one phone number. As long as you call me, if you don't get me, I will call you back. So if anybody at all want to assist with this young lady with some housing material, please do. My third project is eradication of menstrual poverty from South Trelawney. That's another project that we are asking persons to contribute to the fund, just to purchase sanitary napkins. We'll be we start putting in sanitary napkins into our schools, our churches, and our health center. On the 4th Friday of December, at the Alside Health Center, they will be having we have the mental health day on the 4th Friday of each month. So on the 4th Friday of December, we're looking at maybe around the 27th. I'm not sure if the doctor is going to change the date because it's so close to Christmas. But on that day, we want to treat the patients. We have just around 30 patients that come to the health center on a monthly basis to get their medication. And we have another 20 that the nurses and the doctors will have to visit. So we have around 50 persons that we want to visit and give a little treat. on the 27th of December, on the 4th Friday, 27th of December. So I'm looking at giving them some cake. My plan is to just give them some KFC on that day. I want to give each of them a meal deal on that day. It's a little easier. Through the Rotary Club of Christiana, last year we provide breakfast for them and lunch. But I doubt we'll be able to afford that this time around. So what I want to do, I just want to donate a meal deal to all of them. So we need 50 meal deals. So we're looking at $50,000 for that project. And we're gonna ask persons if you can afford like cake, Christmas cake. You can also donate or sponsor. Yes, you can leave the sanitary napkin or at Patmore's Hardware. I also have a office down by Hans Plaza over by Spalding's. Hans Plaza down by, right beside where Dr. Robinson is. You will see the Patmore Funeral Home office there. So you can also leave it there. But if you leave it at Patmore's Hardware in Spalding's, that is good. Yes, so anything at all you feel led to help with, any one of the 3 projects, that's my 3 projects that I'll be going into the election with. There are some persons who say that, boy, they want to see their Paul Patmore. They just can't see Paul Patmore. Yes, it's true, but I just won't be able to visit everyone at the same time. I'm trying to move around, but that's why I publish my number. It's available for all 25,000 voters in South Trelawney. It don't matter which party you vote for. If you vote for JLP, PNP, as long as you are citizens of South Trelawney, please take my number. My number is 876-443-2153. You can reach me on that number. So if it's that you want to see me, you can also just video call me. Video call me anytime between, give me around from 8 to around 6 o'clock in the days. Just call me anytime between 8 and 6. If it's emergency, you can always call me anytime. And if you have a debt or anything, any business, same number, just call me. Yes, but all 25,000 persons in South Trelawney, my number is 876-443-2153. Sometimes persons will just want to ask us something, then just feel free, you can always call me. Always call me. All 25,000 members. My number is available to you. Nobody can ask you whether you're going to vote for Patmore, yes or no. It don't really matter. I'm your MP in waiting. I will be your MP. So you could labor right like more. And whenever the next election is called, I will be the member of parliament for South Trelawney, whether you like it, yes or no. So take my number. You can call me. Tell me about your projects. Tell me about what you'd like to see happening in South Trelawney. Tell me about your road. Tell me about the spring. Tell me about your water supply where you don't want to see Paul Patmore work on. Even if you are the cluster manager or the indoor agent for the JLP, take my number. You can always call me still. Yeah, man, always call me. You want to talk about farmer card? Take my number. Let's talk. Anything at all. Yeah, man, one of the projects that I'll be doing is that I want to create, it's my vision to create one breadwinner per household in Southern Trelawney. That's one of my projects. I'm looking forward to working on that. We're going to do that through the NIS program where they do the grants. So we'll be helping persons to start their own business. I want to create at least, in a farming community like South Trelawney, I want to create at least 20 more higglers, persons that will take the yam outside of Trelawney and bring right across Jamaica. The shipping people are doing their best. They are taking the yam and spread it right across the world. So what I want now is to have persons, some more higglers taking the yam. One person's yam for leave on South Trelawney, go over in a Linseed, some of it down in a Mandeville market, some of it over in a Hanover, all of those markets. We want to make sure so we have the yam, Trelawney yam must be But you know, everybody must have plan for say boy them go a Coronation Market. We want to have some of the higglers going even down to Falmouth, Maypen, you know, up a Papine. Everybody now have a bungalow up a Coronation Market. Persons have to leave from Papine go a Coronation Market come by for the good Trelawney yam. We want to have some of our Trelawney higglers now. We want to create some higglers now where I got to start go up in a Papine and up in the hills, St. Andrew, go sell yam. Persons would even have their little van where they drive around in a community, them up in a St. Catherine or go up in the hills, up in a Stony Hill and sell house to house, sell yam and then produce from South Trelawney on a weekly basis. That's what I want to see. I don't want everybody to be packing up the list so they have to go a Coronation Market for sale. You know, so we want to create at least one breadwinner. So a household that have one breadwinner, I want to move that up to 2. So I want to help persons to start their little business. And on a yearly basis, a member of parliament get between 30 to 50 farmer cards per year. So in my 5 years, we're looking at maybe somewhere between 200 to 250 farmer cards per year. That's 250 persons getting the opportunity to go and work and change your life. Change your life and start out. Maybe come back home, start their house, change everything about their community. So my time I just one man want a break, you know. You see a family a struggle. We can tell you sometime I just one man forget a farmer card. So that's one I think that I want to see in South Trelawney now, where my young people, my youth, I mean, I did 20 to 30. Then if you ask me about plyboard for go build one little ply room, they must be looking at me and say, Mr. Patmore, can I get a farmer card? Can you help me to start a car wash business where we can help a man? You through the grants from the NIS. Most of the youth them don't know so they can get money through grants at NIS to buy the car wash machine. You just want the pump and the vacuum to start a little car wash. We want to encourage persons through the same grant program. You can start your own little goat rearing business. You can start pig rearing. You can do chicken. But we have make sure, so we try to make sure, so at least one person in every household start to do something for themselves. So as long as one extra person start work or start do a little business, the light bill will go up here a little easier. The rent will go up here a little easier. The school fee will go up here a little easier. So those are the little things that we want to look into. Yeah, man, so we want everybody just to join hands and heart with me. What you see, I can tell you is what you get. Paul Patmore is here. I do this from my heart. It's personal to me too. If I can, I want to help to create a new South Trelawney. I don't want South Trelawney. Presently, South Trelawney is, I always tell people, say it's the worst constituency right now in Jamaica. When you look on development and infrastructure, when you look on the road, the only constituency in Jamaica right now that don't even have a working fire hydrant. Because down in, even somebody will say, yes, we have one down in a Clarkstown. But if you have water come, then turn on the water every 3 days. We can't say we have a working fire hydrant. Because that's not reliable, because the water turn on every other day between Clarkstown and Stewarttown to Clarkstown. So the 2 fire hydrants on the road, you can't say it's working. We don't have a fire station. We don't have a hospital. We don't have only just around 5% of the citizens have pipe water in their house. And those are the persons that live between Stewarttown to Clarkstown. Just around 5% of persons. So we have to try it and change that. And the only way we can change it is to change your representative. Because if you have somebody that have been there for 20 odd years, or 17 years for one, and 5 years for another, so you're talking about some 22, going 23 years, you have one set of people, and we have nothing to show for it. when you look on the condition of the roads over in the Warsop division, Warsop division has a whole lot of springs. Whole lot of springs run by Warsop division, but because of lack of representation. In the 70s, Bell Infantry used the set up most of them spring there. And I think Brascoli in the 80s, they come and then work on some of those springs. Yeah, springs down in a base, you have persons like Doreen Chin did work on a few of them. Doreen Chin put in some tanks. But since Doreen Chin, there's nothing that have been done. Nothing at all have been done. When you look at the condition of the play fields over in South Trelawney, it's in a bad state. Presently, we don't have a decent enough play field. The best we have right now, I think, is the little play field up by Litchfield. And that just because the citizens, they cut it when they can cut, and it's in a bad state because it's really pure mud. So if they're planning a match or any event, if rainfall, it have to put off. And that is the reason why we say we have to try and take back the Yam House. We want back the Yam House to use as our community center. So persons who want to keep a little party, a little dance, we can have it in a Yam House. Yeah, man. So wait a bit, people. If you don't want back Yam House, make sure so you don't come out and vote for Paul Patmore. I'm the only person right now who care about the Yam House. Because we do so much, we invest so much in our entertainment, and we always keep with dance, and we always keep with event. We know what the people want. We know that South Trelawney used to be the hub for entertainment. When people used to be spalling and Christiana on a Sunday evening, persons used to prepare themselves to head to whereby as it come evening, Sunday evening, to head over in a South Trelawney because something must have gone over in a South Trelawney. Because of the lack of venues, South Trelawney, mash up. No nightlife at all. No nightlife. We want to see if we can get back the strawberry program up and running. We have one young man down in Greentown now. He called me and said, Sir Patmore, take time to go on with the strawberry project. We have quite a few persons still are trying like a strawberry. One persons in South Trelawney still are trying like a strawberry thing. We want to encourage them. And as member of parliament, we want to assist them. The Isle Nut project, every politician come talk about the Isle Nut project, but none of them don't really take it up in their hand. We want plant some Isle Nut, especially in the Caneland, down in the Clarkstown, Jacksontown area. Persil, all of them land there. The Isle Nut can grow on those soil. So we want to get those encourage persons to plant Isle Nut. One good 50-acre Isle Nut. Now that we can set up a nice little factory where we produce our whole Isle through the Isle Nut. Yeah, man. So there's so much things we can do. And most of those cane land, you can also take corn. We can plant with one corn. Yes, we lose the cane, but why not plant corn? Why not plant Isle Nut? We have to find use for the land. Those land won't manage the yam. It's too stiff for the land, too stiff for the yam. Yeah, man. But we have to just get serious and make sure, say, boy, everybody. One of the problems we have in a South Trelawney is everybody wants to do the same thing. We mention Isle Nut. We can tell us, say, if we try the Isle Nut on one person, then see somebody make a money, everybody are going to plant this Isle Nut. We could say if a man plant carrot and buy one carrot, by next year, everybody want to plant carrot. I remember down in a lower area there, so we try to say we have the water. It was just one lady used to sell, go out and buy carrot, and come and wash her carrot and sell it right there. And carrot go sell. Now everybody have more than maybe around 5 or 6 persons want do the same carrot. So it a slow up fair business, and then the money where them feel say they don't make out they don't make it because too much somebody run the business. When somebody a sell carrot, why not somebody go try and get some sweet potato? Why somebody if you don't know is try somebody had a carrot and sweet potato. Go try and find cabbage and you know you become the cabbage man or the cabbage woman. But everybody want to do the same thing. I mentioned last week that as soon as somebody set up a little shop at their house side, everybody want to build shop at their house side. So everybody have to just buy for their own self. Well, right now, I can tell you, one I think we're short in a South Chilani right now is persons for roast yam. So we have one person I roast yam up in a outside, you know. We have a nice roast yam thing. One I think when we know as member of parliament, we want to see clean up. Which part you put in some proper bathroom, restroom, place where people can wash their hands, place where people can sit down, clean up a place. The persons them where roast yam want to see them in them bib and looking, have on their hat and look professional. So that's kind of help when we want to bring into those persons we are trying to look at thing. Yes. But we don't want to make sure so we have one next yam man over in a Ulster Spring division. When you pass through the rock, they want me face right there so we can have something like a nice roast yam thing going right there. So down in a try again, if we have a nice roast yam thing going on a try, want at least a 3-4 roast yam place in a South Chilani. Then we can promote South Chilani, you know, as a yam place. So people up when a man, they are Kingston, the man and girlfriend, they are Kingston. They say, boy, we are drive, go to South Chilani, go eat piece of yam and come back. Just so like how people can leave, so they go on a little ochi, go and eat one fish. People can leave, so they might go look yam at South Chilani. They might go eat piece of roast yam at Chilani or a piece of cook yam. I know, so with the yam, no matter who want roast yam, the best roast yam that you can ever find is over in a South Chilani. But we have to get yourself organized and deal with things in a more professional way. Every single thing we do, we have to start treat it as a business. Stop the hustling thing. Everything we are treated like a hustle, we are hustle. A man decides I'm going to roast to yam, but him no see it as a business. He say, boy, me I go up a road, go hustle. And he see it as a hustle. And so he's there hustling for 10 years. He might hustle. So he just wake up and because he chest a beat, he go roast 2 pieces of yam. He no deal with it as a business. So he's there for 10 years, but but that open one bank book and try to organize himself. I know, say, boy, yeah, roast yam, so I'm going to go on to one soda to buy. So you buy one little fridge and you put up beside it and you get and then, yeah. And you did have it on one little rock stone, but now you can set it on a little cart. That means if one event down the road, you can drive your car, go down at the event same way. Yeah, man, so we need to get back our people organized where we can even arrange community groups, where we can arrange community training for these persons. We want to look at ecotourism. Ecotourism is one of the things that Paul Patmore will be pushing. So just like how we are invite people to come in, come and eat roast yam, we are invite them now to come in, come while they are eating roast yam, you hold your roast yam and we will carry you, go show you one cave down the road. And we will carry you down a beat back down a green town, go show you flow like a river. Yeah, man. It might not be a Duns River Fall, but the experience will be different. So persons go to Duns River Fall this year, they don't want to go back to Duns River Fall next year, they want to come down a green town, go visit beat back. You know, so these are the little things that Patmore want to do. Want to carry you, go show our snakes, our butterfly up in our cockpit. Bring you, go show you our little cave, our little waterfall. Want to go and come through and select persons and train them to be tour guides. So those persons now are going to know where all of the caves them in Jamaica. We're going to go through first and identify all of the caves them and then look a river them up in a South Chilani. And we're going to register them and we're going to have TPD come in. And we're going to have the Ministry of Health people them come in and certify these properties. Yeah, man, and get every little thing organized. So the Chilani gonna be a big deal under the leadership of Paul Patmore. Chilani will be a big deal. Yeah, man. But a hustling mentality where we have to try cut it out. Yeah, man. Every little thing is about hustling. We have to make it today. So nobody no want to put in the sacrifice and wait. I know, say, boy, you put in the work now, but you go hungry a little bit. Yeah, man. Kerry is asking why whenever I run in the election with Mamadi. Remember, the People's National Party announced some 3 months ago, Kerry, that we will not, the PNP will not be contesting any by-election when it comes to constituencies. Yeah, so it wasn't a decision by Paul Patmore. It's a decision made by the People's National Party. Yeah, so that is the reason why we never run. Yeah, man. Because you know we're not afraid, you know? You know, so we're not afraid. And I know that those persons happy that we never run, because when they see the turnout and they see how the people might respond to it, they know that if Patmore did run, Patmore would win. They know that. They see it. They see it. Because some 19,000 persons stay away from the poll on that day. A lot of them say, boy, I may wait for Patmore time. Yeah, man. And I can tell you that some are almost sure we do we count and around 500 of those persons who voted for the JLP will be voting for Paul Patmore whenever the election is called. As long as Paul Patmore in a race, they might go vote for Paul Patmore. I labor right them, you know? But these are those persons who know, say, boy, and believe that Paul Patmore is the right person for South Trelawney at this time. Maybe, and in another 8 years, maybe I'm not the right person. But there's I think there's around 8,000 persons in South Trelawney now who believe that Paul Patmore is the right person at this time. Yeah, man. So that's why I'm asking the people of South Trelawney, just give me the opportunity. Give me this one chance to be your member of parliament. And one thing I can tell you, the next time I want to earn that. I want to earn that X. So me just I beg you to give me this one. There's not. You see my track record. I was a councillor for 4 years. You see what I attempted to do. I fixed a lot of roads on short road because you know how the councillor money go. But the amount of things where you see me do. When people see me a fix road, then you hear some of them say, boy, Patmore using one money. No, it wasn't my own money. It was the money at parish council. And money still around at the parish council. I just the level of leadership. And because I think one of the things now, councillors, what they will do is them in this like a partner thing where they pull up the money. So one man get to fix one road this month, one next councillor fix the next month, one next councillor fix the next month. But by the time the partner they reach back on to you, the people them vex with you so much because the road mash up and they don't see how do nothing. So if it going to take you 9 months to do something, to get our money for do something, that don't make no sense. It's easier councillors are taking the money little. When if they report that I'm going to have 500,000, take your $500, fine, get some drain clean. Because if you wait 9 months before you clean out some drain and weed up some roadside, the people them are going to hate you and the road them are going to mash up. So those are just some basic things. And that's why I was fortunate at that time that this foolishness about, because I hear them they mention it, you know, but Garth Wilkinson was the mayor in my time. And we just know, say no. We don't work with that. Every month, every councillor take their money. You know, say boy 500 come or 900, we go to 900,000 at work. So that's why it did look like Patmore I get more money than everybody else. No, we did just know, say, boy, money enough is save up. Money, 200,000 come, but you can weed off Mendistone Road, go and go weed Mendistone Road. Bush, hurricane season come, and the minister send down, say, boy, every councillor if you get to 300,000, take the 300,000, go through some communities and weed up, you look at drain them and all and thing. That's why Patmore did look like, say, boy, busy up and everything are going. I never like say we used to get no more money than anybody else. We just used to make sure, say, we represent the people them well. Yeah, man, we represent the people them well. People, I hear that down in the infirmary in Falmouth. The washing machine not working. Washing machine. I don't think they fix it. I hear about that last week. When they said the workers have to use hand to wash clothes. Hand. The workers them down at the infirmary down at Falmouth have to use. So even though we have a mayor who spend a lot of time on the media too, but the people them are complaining that a hand them have to use a wash dirty clothes down in the infirmary. A lot of them say they must scratch because they know say you're in the water there for so long. Rub dirty clothes. Yeah, man. Go up a dirty sheet. Anybody out there who can assist the Trelawney infirmary, one thing I can tell you. We want stronger leaders in the Trelawney Parish Council. Stronger leaders. And that's one of the problems. The mayor weak. The mayor just like it's a mayor who like to profile and put on a show. So if somebody house or business place, we go lick down him that he want to depend on the media for attack. But he will not even take the time out to know that over in the infirmary, the woman him have to use their hand a wash. So people, if you know, if you can help with one of the little domestic, two of the domestic machine, if you can do that for Christmas, the Trelawney infirmary, they will be happy for it. Because the women them down there have to use their hand a wash. Yeah, man. We have to start take care of our people them. And we have to start take care of our workers them. Yeah, man. So the representation very poor right across Trelawney. Down in the North Trelawney, I can tell you, there's a member of parliament down there. Light like cotton. When you look at when you're coming through Daniel Town Road, coming from Duncans to Clarkstown, I don't know how the taxi man them manage. How comes the taxi man in a black road? If you want, so you know, say boy, majority of the taxi man them look like them are a labor, right? Them. So they don't want to hurt them party. They rather hurt them pocket. The taxi man them from Clarkstown. You don't need to come out. Me see you know demonstrate, so you know want this MP and you don't want that MP. But you know, refuse, you know, have a road bad like that from Duncans to Jacksontown. Duncans to Clarkstown Road. All of the taxi man in run go at Duncans. How comes you not come out with no placard and hold up in the air? Look at the condition of Daniel Town Road. And you not come out with no placard. But you know, come out with placard, but you know, want this MP and that MP. Wake up, people. People are so Trelawney where they're behind. Where they're behind. North and South Trelawney. You don't need to wake up. Pass me time. It's 8 minutes after 10. I want to take time out to say thanks to Comrade Azan for passing through. Remember, people with me, we link or go live every other day. So today is Thursday, so we go live again Saturday night. Enough respect. The word is love. And people on TikTok, me did I try change up my TikTok thing, change it from I go and set it up by now on Saturday. So don't worry yourself. I go get a chance now to join me and that's we can chit chat and argue the way we used to. But me just say I try to get the YouTube channel off the ground. So we just make a little shift. So remember, people, you can always join me on YouTube. Just go over to Paul Patmore, South Trelawney, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. So one love, the word is love. Enough respect. See you on Saturday. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Enough love.